All right, today we're jumping into a project that's really turning some heads in Dubai's packed skyline. It's called Binghatti Vintage. So you gotta ask, right? In a city that's just jam-packed with iconic buildings, how does a new one even begin to stand out? Well, let's break down the thinking behind this pretty ambitious development.
Okay, so right off the bat, the marketing materials are making a huge promise, an unmistakable presence. Now, in a place like Dubai, famous for its skyline, that's a really bold claim to make. We're not just talking about another tall building here. The goal is to create an identity that's totally distinct, right? From the first glance.
And yeah, that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? In a city of absolute global icons, how does a new residential tower actually make its mark? I mean, it's not just about being the tallest or having the flashiest design anymore. As we're about to find out, the real answer is in a bunch of really smart, strategic decisions. All right, so the first piece of the puzzle is a total classic, and for good reason. Location, location, location. But Binghatti Vintage is aiming for something they're calling a strategic superlative. It's all about hitting that sweet spot, That perfect mix of a peaceful environment and just incredible access to everything. So the building is actually located in Majan, and the spot was picked for a very specific reason. It offers a quieter, greener vibe. The whole idea is to give residents a place to escape the nonstop buzz of the city. But, and this is the real key, they wanted to do it without making you give up the convenience of being close to all the action. And here's the proof in the pudding, right? This is where that promise of convenience becomes really, really tangible. You're just 5 minutes away from Global Village. What about the big hubs like the Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, the airport? All of them are just a 15-minute drive. So think about what that means. This isn't just a nice location, it's a lifestyle choice. It's about spending way less time stuck in traffic and a lot more time actually living and enjoying the city. Okay, so we've got the location nailed down. It connects you to the city perfectly. But what happens once you're actually inside the building? Well, that brings us to the second part of their strategy, something the developers are calling a world of richness. And that experience, it starts the second you step through the door. I mean, the lobby is designed to make an instant, really sophisticated impression. You've got this great mix of natural stone, warm woods, and cool modern lighting. It all comes together to create this amazing sense of arrival. It's like the building's handshake. And let me tell you, it's a very firm, confident one. And that sophisticated vibe, it carries right on over to the wellness areas. The project has both indoor and outdoor gyms, which is awesome. And get this, those floor-to-ceiling windows look right out over the city. So the idea here isn't just, here's some equipment, go work out. It's about creating a truly inspiring place to live an active lifestyle. But the amenity deck, wow. This is where that resort-style experience really, truly comes alive. We're talking a paddle court, a basketball court, a bunch of different swimming pools, even an outdoor cinema. I mean, come on. This is so much more than just a list of features on a brochure. It's basically a built-in community and recreation center, literally on your doorstep. All right, so we've covered the amazing location and the incredible lifestyle amenities. Now let's zoom in a little closer to the most personal part of the whole building, the actual apartments. The core design idea here is all about one thing: super efficient, super smart living. Now, the key phrase you'll see in all the project documents is optimal flow and functionality. Okay, so what on earth does that actually mean in the real world? Well, in plain English, it means that every single square foot has a purpose. It's all about designing layouts that feel way more spacious and logical than they might be, cutting out all that wasted space to give you real high value for your money. So let's take a look at how this actually works. If you look at the studio layout, you can see how the kitchen, the living space, and the balcony are all set up for just maximum efficiency. Everything flows. Then check out the one bedroom. Here, you can see there's a really clear separation between the public areas, the living and dining rooms, and the private bedroom. It creates these really distinct zones, even in a pretty compact space. And then, of course, when you get to the premium end of things, well, it gets even more interesting. Some of the one-bedroom apartments actually come with their own private pools on these huge balconies. I mean, this isn't just a balcony anymore, is it? It's your own private retreat. It totally blurs the line between living in an apartment and having a luxury villa. And that feeling of quality, you can literally touch it, thanks to the materials they've chosen. We're talking about really timeless stuff, like travertine stone, rich walnut savannah wood, and these warm brass accents. The goal here wasn't just to pick what's trendy right now. It was to create a calm, serene living space with what they call an enduring quality. These materials are chosen because they feel good and they're built to last.
So you might be wondering, who's the driving force behind this whole vision? Well, to really get a handle on Binghatti Vintage, we've got to take a quick look at the developer, Binghatti, and the style they're already known for in the market.
Yeah, this number pretty much says it all. The developer has a portfolio valued at over 80 billion dirhams. That's billion with a B. So what does that tell you? The most important thing is that this is not some small-time, first-timer project. This comes from a huge company with massive scale and a really deep track record here in the region.
And this quote from their own materials is really, really key. They deliver across the housing ladder, from affordable and mid-market homes to premium and ultra-luxury branded residences. So why does that matter to you? It means they know the entire market, inside and out. They have the know-how and the flexibility to deliver quality no matter the price point. And a project like Binghatti Vintage gets to benefit from all of that deep, deep experience.
Which brings us to the final big idea here. When you really boil it all down, Binghatti Vintage is mixing two really powerful concepts. You get these hyper-efficient private apartments, and you get this incredibly rich resort-style community life. And that leads to a much bigger question, doesn't it? Is this exact combination, this fusion, the new blueprint for what we're all going to expect from living in a modern city?